I starting to get fans? I remember the year 2008. It was a year absolute cinematic classics lit up the silver screen for the very first time. But one stood out in particular. A film that set up a universe so massive it would change the industry forever. Although it had no script, the dialogue and chemistry between characters, the presentation of incredible technology that every boy wanted to have, and the sheer coolness of Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark made Iron Man a smash hit, and it became undisputed as to why it kicked off a massive cinematic universe, with Iron Man as one of the three big leaders for the franchise. But with Iron Man so big, it was also one of the most talked about superheroes. There have been YouTube videos analyzing everything about Tony Stark from his style to his psychology. So I had to come up with a better angle. Even if you're a DC fan, I strongly advise you guys to focus and listen to the end of this video. Meditate on these ideas and you'll find yourself to be inspired just like Tony Stark. After doing a little bit of research, I noticed that there's a running theme that each Iron Man suit Tony builds gets better as he learns from the failures of his previous one. For instance, Tony's first suit was built during his captivity in a cave with a box of scraps. As impressive as it was overly large, could barely move, and broke to pieces the first time it tried to take off. The next time, Mark II got a sleeker design that could take off but broke when it gained too high of an altitude. By Mark III, he utilized a different material to keep him from freezing, gave the suit weapons, coated it in a sleek gold and red hot rod design in which he used to go on and create the second best scene in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yet, that suit got torn up at the end of the first movie. He rebuilt the suit with a different design in the Mark IV, but then created a way to utilize the same armor rapidly and on the go with the Mark V. He got his ass beaten by a guy that uses electricity, so for his next suit, he used incoming electric shocks to work with him and actually charge his armor. But what does this mean for you? You most likely don't have an Iron Man suit, nor do you have the financial means of attaining one. But what you can have is Tony Stark's ability to accept failure and improve your project. We all have projects in our lives. For me, one of them is this YouTube channel. I started out with the basis of what I initially wanted to talk about, and I kept experimenting with different topics and improving on what I learned from the first one. To you, it may be something entirely different. It could be a business idea, a personal goal, or some other creative pursuit that you have bet your heart and soul into making it successful for you. But for anyone who knows about the creative process, you know that it is wrought with failure, pain, and hard lessons that test your resolve to see them through. The higher you aim, the more setback will come your way. And even when you make it through the process, the product you make is far from perfect. You will have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to improve the product you already made. That is what takes the most resolve and can hit hard for your pride and ego to say to yourself that this product is not good enough. Yet you are far from the only one who has to do it. Elon Musk messed up countless times publicly to get into space. When you think of the first iPhone in 2007, you'd remember how overly expensive and lacking it was compared to the iPhones out today. In the video game industry, No Man's Sky was a barely playable video game made by a burned out development team that continued to work on their project until it became an expansive galaxy in which you could do almost anything in. Now, completing projects is undoubtedly a significant achievement, but it is equally crucial to develop the habit of identifying the flaws and finding a way to rectify them. This habit of introspection and improvement will not only help in overcoming the shortcomings of the current project, but also prepare for future endeavors. When we reflect on our completed projects, we can see where we could have done better, what mistakes we made, and where we lacked efficiency. By acknowledging these areas of improvement, we can avoid making the same mistakes in future projects and enhance our overall productivity. Furthermore, Addressing shortcomings can also provide a sense of satisfaction and confidence in one's ability to learn and grow from past experiences. It is important to note that recognizing the shortcomings of a project does not necessarily mean that the project was a failure. Rather, it indicates that we are willing to learn from our experiences and strive for continuous improvement. Therefore, it is imperative to embrace this habit of self-evaluation and not be afraid to acknowledge our weaknesses in order to evolve and progress in our work. As you embark on your journey towards your dreams and goals, it is important to take a step back and reflect on your progress. While some of you have already accomplished what you set out to do, it's important to consider whether or not there are ways to further enhance and refine your achievements. In other words, don't settle for just reaching your goals. Strive to continuously improve upon them. This could mean exploring new ideas, challenging yourself to new heights, or simply finding ways to enhance the impact of your accomplishments. Therefore, I leave you with these thoughts to meditate upon as you continue to pursue your passions and strive for success. Always aim to push yourself beyond your limits and find ways to improve upon what you've already achieved. And, like Tony Stark, do it with a little bit of panache. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this, please subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to build a community full of like-minded people that can make this world a better place. For love of all that is good, and a God-given duty to protect it, I'll see you guys in the next one.